Hey guys, thanks for watching Be Better Golf. A few months ago, I went out to the Los Angeles Open and I filmed 31 different golfers on the PGA Tour and their lag, tension, and impact. And then, just yesterday, I went out to the Long Beach Open and filmed 14 different golfers and their lag, tension, and impact. So I wanted to look at the difference between this very crucial thing called lag tension between guys who are on the PGA Tour, which are these ones here, and guys who are playing the Long Beach Open, which are these here, and just look at the differences of those. So the first thing we should talk about is what is lag tension and how do you measure it. The way I have these lines drawn here, it shows lag tension. If you go from the point of the left elbow where it bends through the wrist and then down to the ground, if that continuation and that line is pointed past the ball, then you have lag, tension, and impact. If that line is pointed somewhere behind the ball, so towards the trail foot, then you do not have lag tension. So somebody said to me, hey, you don't want to just chase a position or chase a look. This is not about a look. This is a actual physical effect of what's actually happening. So here you can see in this golfer, you can see he has lag tension. He has that continuation where the line is going there because the club head is trailing what is controlling the club head. If the club head got out past that red line at any point in his downswing before it makes contact with the ball, that would mean that the club head is no longer being controlled by the golfer, but it is a completely flung out thing, much like if a truck jackknifes and the trailer gets out past the cab that's actually pulling the truck, then the motor is no longer controlling where that trailer is going. That trailer is flying free on its own and it's just not in control. So that's why you see guys who have lag tension have more success in golf than guys that don't have lag tension. So some observations between what I saw at the Long Beach Open and then also what I saw earlier this year at the LA Open. The LA Open is a big event on PGA Tour. It's been around for a long time. The Long Beach Open is a big event on the mini tours that anybody can sign up for with $800, and you win, like, the winner of it gets $32,000. It might be a little bit more now. There's many guys that have played events on the PGA Tour, but there's, like, even I think one guy with status this year that's playing the PGA Tour that is playing this event because there's it's the FedEx Cup playoffs going on now, and he didn't make the FedEx Cup playoffs. So let's get into it. So at the LA Open, of the 31 guys that I filmed at the LA Open, 30 of them had lag tension at impact. So anything where this red line is pointed somewhere in this blue zone is going to be some degree of lag tension. So this would be an absolute ton out here. I could let you know that's Dustin Johnson. This would be less and less and less and less, and this would be none at all. The thing about lag tension that's interesting and to know is that you don't need to be like Dustin, but you just need some degree of lag tension. You got to have that kind of lead fulcrum pointed past the golf ball. Because if it's pointed behind the golf ball and the club is somewhat flipped out, so to speak, then you're just going to be struggling. And what I measured, I think that's 96%. 96% of the golfers I measured had it. There's definitely something to it, way beyond a look. All right, so let's go to the Long Beach Open. So these are the lag tensions that I captured at the Long Beach Open. So on the PGA Tour, this is PGA Tour here, 31 golfers measured, 30 had lag tension and impact. At the Long Beach Open, of the 14 golfers that I filmed, 9 of them had lag tension and 4 of them didn't. That's a huge difference. And the other thing we can see as we go through and we look at some of these, of those 4 golfers that did not have lag tension, none of them made the cut. But then a lot of the guys, because golf is difficult and there's a lot more to it than just what your impact is like, there were guys like this that had a lot of lag tension at impact, but they missed the cut. So going through, you can just see like, okay, well, that technically this golfer does have lag tension, but in my mind, I do think that you need to have some lag tension, and you don't necessarily need to have a ton. But I do think that you should at least get that line to clear the golf ball. So you can see how that line hasn't quite cleared the golf ball. And this golfer was cut. This golfer was cut. He just is not like even getting halfway through that line, halfway past the full thing of the golf ball. But I did count him as one of the ones that had lag tension. This golfer did well in the event. This is after, I think, 3 days of golf, these numbers. This guy has lag tension, made the cut. Very difficult to make this cut too, by the way. There's 305 golfers, I think, and only 60 made the cut, so it's a pretty harsh cut. All right, so here's one of the golfers that does not have any lag tension and impact, and he had a difficult time. This is another golfer, so let's guess if he would have done well or not. You can see he's just barely not getting any lag tension at impact. He would actually have what I would call -1 lag tension there. And what did he do? He was cut, but actually played pretty well. So he's probably got, the cut was -3, so he was cut at -1. So he's probably a very, talented and skilled golfer. Just from that position, it's going to be difficult. And this golfer has tremendous lag tension, really great, but golf is, there's a lot to it. I don't know anything about these golfers other than I walked up and shot their face-ons and then looked on the leaderboard to see how they did. But yeah, this golfer was cut with a lot of lag tension. That golfer has a lot of lag tension, was also cut. All right, here's a golfer with a lot of lag tension as well, that is just doing fantastic in the tournament. And there is this final golfer, and he was cut as well. We can see he's just clearing the ball, but that would definitely be good lag tension. That wouldn't be the part of his game that would be holding him back or anything. This guy, he's got a ton of clubhead speed, and he's got a lot of consistent lag tension. I think the main takeaway is the guys that did not have lag tension, none of them made the cut. And even some of the guys that had tremendous lag tension, they missed the cut too. So what that is telling me, and I think the point of this is that if you want to be the best that you can be at golf, you've got to eventually get yourself into getting lag tension at impact. And if it's not in your DNA, as far as it's not something that you naturally developed when you were young, like a lot of these PGA Tour guys, these are the PGA Tour guys here, they've developed that when they were young and gone into it. If it's not something that you've developed when you were young, then it's going to be very, very difficult. It's basically like changing your golf DNA. For a golfer to go from this to that is going to be so difficult. But you can go from that to that. I mean, that's doable. And it's like some of the pros have said on my channel. It's like you're just trying to like fight and claw every day to get that fraction of an inch more, of that fraction of an inch better. Because you have your impact over here, like these two golfers, you are just in the casino because the club head is always where that back left blue line is. You're just flipped out. So my friend was talking to me today about this because I was telling him this observation. And he said, well, yeah, I believe you. Like, you've convinced me of that. The whole thing is like, can you change? Can you even make that change at all? And I would be, and you can, because I would absolutely, a year ago, I would definitely have been about like that. And now, I mean, I've had to work so hard just to get that red line from going pointed about 2 inches behind the ball a year ago. And I've done a lot of fighting and everything. So now that I have that lag tension red line pointed most of the time at the ball, maybe at the front half of the ball. And eventually I would like to get kind of up closer to where Bruce is here. That's been 6 months of really concentrated effort on this just to gain 2 inches of lag tension. And the other thing that I've noticed a lot too is that on the range and concentrated, like laser focused concentration on getting lag tension, I'll have it pretty good, like almost up past the golf ball. And I'll be hitting the ball a little lower, a lot more pure. But then out on the course, and I've had people film me on the course when I didn't even know they were filming me face on slow motion, and it gets a little worse. It gets a lot closer to the back of the golf ball, and sometimes can creep into this back zone. So it's something that you, like Bobby Lopez said on my channel, it's something that you really have to nag into submission to get it. I did a big project all about how I'm getting more lag tension and impact. It's up on my website. If you go to bebettergolf.net/premium and look at Beyond Great Impact, it's a series about really why I think it is that golf is so difficult and why your practice swing will have fantastic lag tension, but your swing to an actual golf ball will have none. So for those stuck golfers that are stuck on not being able to get any and are looking to change, go check out Beyond Great Impact. It's something cool. But really, I just wanted to put this out to get people concentrated on, hey, it's not that you're locked up in a position or you're locked up in trying to look like a certain pro. It really is a huge difference throughout all golfers. If I had shot this at, say, not the Long Beach Open, but I had shot all golfers lag tension at, let's say, a high school golf tournament, you would see something different. And if I shot something just at like a scramble, you would see something different. If I shot this at like a scramble where it was all 20 handicaps, you would probably see none. If I shot 30 of them, you would probably see none of them with lag tension and impact. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Go to bebettergolf.net and check out Beyond Great Impact. I think it's something really worthwhile because the feedback I'm getting is just crazy about the changes people are making to not only their lag tension, but actually their golf games. They're just becoming more and more in control of their golf ball. It's helping me as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it.